The compliance landscape is shifting, just not in the ways you expected. Just days after Donald Trump was inaugurated as our nation's 47th president, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals threw out the FTC Cars rule. This was widely seen as a high watermark in the regulation of the retail automobile business. The feeling was that, under Trump 2.0, compliance was going to become something of a back burner issue. Subsequent developments seemed to bear this out. Throughout the spring of 2025, the Trump administration repealed 67 CFPB compliance guidance documents and dropped at least 21 CFPB enforcement actions. There's also been a significant reduction in the number of FTC enforcement actions. So, are we seeing a return to the wild, wild west? Far from it. If anything, compliance has become an even more pressing concern. Let me explain why. First, state-level enforcement is expected to take up some of the enforcement slack, especially in blue states. Second, although the Trump administration seems to be swallowing the whistle when it comes to ticky-tack fouls, that is, technical offenses with no actual consumer harm, it's still blowing that whistle for flagrant fouls. If your bad actions result in actual consumer harm, you should expect to face consequences. Which leads to something new and frightening: personal liability. Personal liability is where an enforcing agency not only seeks to punish the offending dealership, but also the dealership employees who did the bad acts for the dealership's benefit. Personal liability is not new, but it's generally limited in amount and often bundled up with the fines and penalties assessed against the dealership. Which brings us to the case of FTC and the state of Illinois versus AutoCanada and James Duvas. That case was under investigation for over 2 years before the FTC and Illinois filed their complaint against a publicly traded Canadian dealer group and James Duvas. Duvas was its American vice president of operations, who oversaw its 10 dealerships in the United States, operating as Leader Automotive Group in the Chicago area. The complaint and joint motion for stipulated settlement were both filed on December 19, 2024, in the final month of the Biden administration. In the settlement agreement, AutoCanada agreed to pay a $20 million fine and sin no more. But here's the catch. The settlement did not cover the individual defendant, Jimmy Duvas. And whereas the dealer group settled for $20 million, the FTC and Illinois are going after Mr. Duvas for, are you sitting down? $216 million. Mr. Duvas moved to dismiss the case, but that motion was denied, so the case continues against him. I suspect Jimmy Duvas does not have $216 million stuffed in a mattress somewhere, so there is no way he can be expected to pay that amount should he lose this case. It seems like overkill, using a sledgehammer against a fly, not for the fly, but for the flies that are watching. And remember, although this case was filed by the Biden FTC, it is being continued by the Trump FTC. Real harm, real enforcement. So no, gentle viewers, this is not the time to stop taking compliance seriously. It is the time to take it very, very seriously. For Drop the Bow Tie, I'm Jim Ganther. Thanks for watching.